So I'm over it, nigga. You know what I'm telling y'all?
You worst nigga ever.
It's the growth, bro.
Time two.
It's the growth,
Time
dog.
two. Time two.
No, you
It ain't the growth.
Why not?
Because the growth is I want everybody else to. I want everybody to grow. And like
starts with a leader though.
Right, and that ain't me.
Nigga,
I'm the best second nigga
ever. It's definitely you the man.
I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting. I'm just spitting. This shit have been on my mind for quite some time. I gotta put the shit on the line. I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting.
Bro, you an asshole, bro.
Welcome back. Welcome all the way to hell. Back from another motherfucking episode of the Dropping Dimes podcast.
No, we good. Hey, y'all don't know this guy, bro.
Check.
Man,
microphone, check.
Man.
That is crazy.
You want to start it over or we good?
Nah,
it's good, bro. Go ahead, dog.
Bro, I'll take your ass to church.
Yeah, do that.
You need to get back in it. You need to skip practice and go to church.
I went.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
It
did.
It did. Because it could have
gave
been
him the clarity.
A whole lot worse. And you niggas know that.
Yeah, shit.
See, man, all that goddamn. Never mind. The camera's on now.
All that goddamn what? I'm here for
black women t-shirts.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I care about people,
and I do. So here we now. Let's have it. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
I care about people.
You do,
but now you're saying
everything before but.
I should be the bigger person.
Yes.
Why?
Okay.
Well,
because go ahead.
Are we?
Nigga, we talking.
We full disclosure. First, it has to do with your son. It's going
to go there.
Well, this won't count. Clearly, this is not gonna count.
But goddamn, what the fuck is wrong with him?
That's what I said.
I'm hoping to start rapping the lyrics to Michael Jackson on this motherfucker. You gonna turn this bitch all the way out.
No, I said, are we going? Are we good? Yeah, that's what I asked about. So that's my bad interpreter. But that's what I was saying.
We ain't even used that before we started.
But that's the core of why he even needs to turn around and go back. Because like you said, if it ain't the son, fuck it. Right?
But no, yeah.
So that's all I'm saying is it starts with that.
It's definitely because of somebody you care about. And
a very, very nice way to put that.
Yeah, with us. A lot of times we don't want to, right? And we came in here and talked about this same very shit, and you giving us advice on it. Right? So you have to use your same advice in your own situation.
So the one thing, even with giving you guys advice, that I can honestly say, I don't tell you to just like eventually any person, not just a man or anybody, eventually a person is like, I'm tired. So this is why I'm saying this. I'm tired of being the bigger person, not just in life, but in this particular situation.
You just started.
No, bro. Like my nigga been like it's been like that.
I heard you say some stuff, but I'm just like,
so
we just getting started.
So yeah, so my bigger person, I've been the bigger person.
But you're probably gonna
before
have to
he got here.
Continue to
be. And that's what I'm saying. Like I'm cool with being the bigger person, right?
Just
this one, yeah. When we put this one in a box, because we talk about compartmentalizing, right? So here's this situation, then another situation, the past situations. I'm not holding on and pulling from the old ones. But even in that one,
so let's use the bigger person for example. Fuck over here. Be the bigger person for this one.
Right. But so she came out firing in the beginning. So I had already gave her my bigger person early in the situation.
Don't be the bigger person for her.
You got the guard vest. You got the vest to protect yourself.
I don't got that vest.
Don't be the bigger person for her.
I don't got that vest, G.
Be the bigger person for him.
Yeah, I did.
How I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't think about it in a sense of, because the biggest part of the whole situation is him, right? Like, he is like the connection between all of this, right?
Yep.
So the reason I don't fire back is because of him, right? So when she run off, because like, it's crazy because I just had this conversation with another friend of mine. Like, women have this, like, and we didn't talked about it before, like, because we operate out of logic and they usually operate out of emotion. Like, we have to be, we find ourselves having to be the bigger person and not saying or firing back emotionally as well, right?
Right.
So I just saw this lady, she had a clip, and I saw this clip from a podcast. I think it was like something mamas or something like that. I'll send it to y'all though, but she was
that
like,
the podcast that was at the
They was at the Black Effect.
Black
no,
Effect?
this
Not
one
this one.
is
What, the
it's
Sexy
three women.
Mamas?
Yeah, no, it's a
Okay.
different one. But these women, they was like, the one lady was like, she said, my husband wanted a woman with a big old booty, small waist, could speak Cambodian. Like, she named off all these things, right?
Cambodian, but he was starting off good.
So she named all these things that he wanted, and then she was like, and not to say that he settled, but he was like, okay, well, she does this, right?
Right.
So she said, but when he gets mad, it's not like he reverts and says, I should have just got the bitch with the big booty and that spoke Cambodian. But when I get mad at him, I'll throw certain things in his face, right? Like,
she recognized it.
exactly.
Okay.
She said, we as women have to get better about that, right? Because then it starts to come from this emotional place. And now you're saying things to be hurtful to a person who you care about, or you still want to care about you after you've said all these things, right? So take that, place it here.
Right.
When I'm dealing with her, she'll say things firing emotionally, right? I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna probably drop him off at 7, right? Just being a bigger person, right? Because I don't fire back, because it's not gonna, it's going nowhere. It's not gonna make for good co-parenting. It's not gonna make for a good friendship. It's not gonna make for good anything if I fire back the way she's firing at me.
For
right?
sure.
So I'm always operating in this place of being the bigger person, right? But if I continue and continue and continue, when do you learn the lesson of I can't operate like that?
So I think it's a lesson within a lesson, right? I'm not saying be a bitch ass nigga, right? I'm saying, and bigger person don't mean big ass bitch ass nigga. So okay, I'm gonna tell you, this is what I've learned over time, right? And this is why I think I'm just in like a good space with shit. I literally control the emotions of my house. And with that said, even when she's upset, I know I can either one be the bigger person and just make this shit just be better, because I know what to do, because I don't react out of emotion anymore, right? I react out of logic. But now I know what it takes for that person to get to see this the way I see it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying to do. Like, bro, you don't have to. You can control however the situation goes, and I've learned that. Like, literally, I can, if I want shit to continue to just be a problem, I'm gonna make it a problem until I feel like not making it a problem.
And I wholeheartedly get it.
Yeah, and so you don't have to do that. So if it takes each time to, oh damn, like I'm tripping, it's gonna get to a point to where that person be like, I'm tripping. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
So this is me being the universe's helper, and helping her see I'm tripping.
No, you're not. You're
I'm
not.
telling you.
Let me ask you this, because I remember one time you said that there was a phase in your life where you moved, and it may have appeared as peace to somebody outside, but it's really more so kind of standoffish, kind of just trying to disconnect from the emotional potential. So I think you have to actually engage in the emotional connection with her. I think you have to like, and I've never been a parent, but I'm speaking from my husband. Like, I know when my wife is having some emotional issues, it's so easy for me to be like, you know what, you tripping. I'm good. I'm going to be fine. I swear I'm going to be fine. But that's not going to help the long-term progression of our relationship, the development of our relationship. So I do think as the man, as the leader, even though you all are co-parenting, you are going to be the leader of how the temperature of your family is going to be. You are going to have to, of course, be the bigger man, take her up front, but then at the same time create opportunities for, look, I truly didn't appreciate the way that you came, but I'm here for this. I'm here for him. I'm here for you. But you're going to have to like create that space. That's why I was like inviting her to a space shows her I want you in this space.
And I don't even look at it as being the bigger man. I just look at it as being the man. Like, bro, that's literally what it is. It's not a bigger person. It's shit. Because I know I can control this. A bigger person if me and Wallace get into it and he did some fuck shit. But you know what? I'm going to try to understand where he come from and I'm going to apologize for my part and I'm going to try to understand his part. That's me being a bigger person, right?
But honestly, it's the same thing.
It is, but
I was literally about to say,
but
what's the difference?
No, there is no difference.
The sex is what's different, right? We're both men.
But you could be a bigger person between a man and a woman. Because a woman can be a bigger person as well. You heard that, right?
Yeah, they can. But the man can usually control the temperature of the room when it comes to that type of shit.
You also have to take into account she's probably been, or a person has probably been like that for the majority of their life. So this is how they get people to move, things to shake, is they rattle shit up. And when they meet a force that doesn't move, it's probably infuriating. But that's why I'm saying I think you have to be intentional to show, look, I hear all that you're saying. I'm not discarding it. But right now, I can't receive that and I can't communicate. I can't move forward with it. But I do need you to know that I love you. I'm going to be here for you and the reason that we're still here together. I feel like that has to be the source and the core of what the communication becomes.
So that part I feel like is understood more than anything else. Like, because
is it said and understood, or is it just understood?
It's been said several times. Like this in this particular situation, there hasn't been a space to even being said, right?
Yeah.
But in prior whatever's been going on, like, hey, like I don't want you to think for a second like that I'm trying to be this with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really trying with everything in me to make sure that we raise a awesome ass human being. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what direction it go in, we need to be here together to make sure this human is dope, right?
Yeah.
And that's been said. That's been said in person. That's been said via text. That's been said on phone call. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like I don't want y'all or anybody else to think that I'm above being the bigger person because I've done that. Like I've done that a lot in my life.
That's what it sounds like right now.
But that's honestly why I'm surprised at your response. But I understand people can get to a threshold.
The crazy thing is, bro, like one of the things I realized, especially like when I was, and this kind of off subject, like being bigger in stature than people.
Yeah.
Like man, you know how many times I had to just eat shit, like
because of what I could.
Yeah, like I tear this bitch up with you.
Fault. Goddamn, I wouldn't have done
like
that kind of shit.
I grab you by your ankles and tear this bitch up with you. You know what I'm saying? Like
from the midget to the giant, nigga. Hey,
but
you can get it.
But it's like, bro,
it's different.
Yeah,
it is. It's different.
The crazy, the thing is like if you drag somebody in, like, damn, bro, you ain't had to do before like that.
Give a damn.
But then you fuck around and lose, Damn, you got your ass.
Because everybody littler than you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
then they talk shit. If the nigga talking shit to you and punk you or something, you know, back in the day.
So
it's like,
back in
damn,
the
you
day,
let them talk to you like that.
It's crazy because I ain't never had that one.
See,
I ain't never had nobody come to me
talk to him like that.
Man, them niggas were talking so crazy. Like anybody that have been around me, like nigga, like,
but
hey, it's cool, man.
But for that situation, because it's like, bro, I'm gonna smash him because you got a nigga like, bro, you can't fight such. I'm gonna say the nigga that you can't fight such and such. Like, bro, you ain't gonna get no. I don't care about no scrape. But then the nigga get to talking crazy, and now I'm thinking about what he said. Like, bro, you right, I can't whoop the nigga. But then it's like, damn, you let that nigga talking to him crazy. I was like, oh shit. So you know,
but that's your ego right there.
They both are, because I don't give a fuck about no stripe, nigga touch me.
But I'm saying the fact that if they say, "Oh, you gonna let them talk to you like that," and it affects you, that's just your ego. Because as you get older, you be like, "Yeah, I did, cool."
Well, yeah, now, yeah, whatever.
But so I just been like, I'm cool on it. But like you said, like, damn, like I was the response to it. It's just like, how many times do I be the bigger person and you keep taking advantage of it?
How does she take advantage of it?
Because we end up in the same spot. We keep ending up in the same spot. Like, at some point, you have to be able to control your emotions and the shit that you're saying.
You're gonna have to just find the science to it, bro. And it's fucked up as that sounds.
Yeah. This is me with the trial and error with the science right now.
I got you.
Like,
and I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that answer.
Yeah. This is my.
See how you respond to fuck it.
I'm gonna type in the results and see what.
That ain't that ain't nigga. Gotta go with more what Wallace was saying.
Yeah. Welcome all the way to hell back to yet another episode of Drop It Dymes podcast. If it's your first time, your 151st time, your 189th time,
141, baby,
141. My name is Byron.
I'm Wallace. 800. I'm Brandon.
And this is the Drop It Dymes
on our way.
We on our way to 800. That's when the sponsor going to hit.
That's what I told you.
Episode 801.
If any of you want to have your business, your product, your apparel, whatever you got going on, sponsored, and you want us to produce it, project it to the world.
You want us to throw on a shirt or
we got you.
Talk about or
reach out.
Y'all want to make up one
put some
right
cream
now?
on.
We'll talk a little business.
Make one up.
Yeah, you want to make up one right now?
Yeah.
See how we'll do?
Yeah.
On the
Go
fly.
ahead.
You got it?
Blue Chew.
Papa coming up and head on out the streets. Hey, do it again. Go out in the streets, baby. You know, you walk out that door. They say, "Where my keys at?"
Bro, drive
the car like that.
Them niggas will be serious with all the other fucking like sponsors and shit. When them niggas get to that Blue Chew sponsor, bro, that be the funniest shit.
Hey,
do you want a hard dick? Come right on down, bro. I be like, these niggas crazy.
What's the big comedian?
Man, what's the other one? What Rose Sparks?
Rose Sparks.
Yeah, them niggas, everybody on that motherfucker.
That shit's so funny, bro.
Boy, that shit be here funny as hell.
Yeah, I'm too childish for that.
Yeah. Next time, get ready.
I got you.
Nigga, man, that's hilarious.
Man. But yeah, any sponsors, anybody want anything mentioned, you know.
We got you.
We'll do you right.
Yeah, man.
We'll put Byron's voice on it. You'll be all right.
Hey, so we got a question of the week, man. And I feel like it's a pretty good one.
I forgot. What is it?
Can you describe a failure that turned into a blessing?
I thought we scratched that one.
No, we did.
No, we did. No, we scratched that one.
That was just you scratched it.
I looked at Wallace. He was like, shit, yeah. I don't know.
He said, shit, yeah, I got an answer. So we'll come to you last.
So what you got?
I was like, we'll come to you last. Nigga, like, what you got on the spot? On the
I don't know. All right, go ahead. You the one. You got your answer.
Oh, okay. Make sure I put it on me.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be on brand.
Yeah.
Nah, man, mine. I feel like a lot of things in my life go back to football.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say I felt like I had a couple failures, but I'm gonna go to the last one in Toronto. It's the last place I got cut, last place I played. But I felt like I came into that season in great shape. I wasn't nobody's guy, and I earned a spot on the team. But I lost focus. Like anybody you talk to when I was in college, when I was in Detroit, early in Ottawa, Winnipeg, like I was one of the most focused people that you probably met, that you probably knew. But in Toronto, I think it was like 4 guys that were supposed to be starters, and these are big name guys in the CFL, and I'm like, I got to uproot them. But when I didn't see that I was going to have the opportunity, I started to lose focus. Honestly, it's the first time I started smoking weed. It
Drugs,
was,
huh?
it was, I would spend the guys that would go out, I would go out with them. Like I was the guy that was locked in, knowing all the plays. I started messing up on plays. Like my focus just wasn't where it needed to be. And it's kind of was my signal to be like, it's probably time for it to be over. So I got cut and ended up having to leave Toronto, drove to Virginia where my wife is, and it just kind of took me back to that, I'm gonna say, depressive state, because I also got a little, I'm gonna say, manic, because normally I'm pretty together. I kind of know what I want to do. I kind of put things in plan. I still was trying to do those kind of things, but I would have some outbursts. But when I actually got a chance, and I had a lot of chances to sit down, smoking again, I started thinking about like how did I get? I mean, route wise, hands wise, I'm still that guy. But how am I the one that ended up getting put out? And it kind of helped me refocus to like, all right, the reason you're gone is because you lost this. And it always took me back, and it's a word, I mean, from the age of 3, my dad has said this word is focus. And I realized I had lost that, and that failure helped put me back on track to locking back in and focusing on the things that I decided that I felt like were for me. So that one failure, it was tough, because that was the end of my love life, my love relationship with football. But it helped me refocus too, and I'm happy with who I am today. And I think part of it is because I was able to refocus and start building on from that space.
You got one?
Your turn.
Nigga.
That
was too deep for me, goddamn shit. What was the question again?
A past failure that in life that turned into a blessing.
It was late one night.
I would say
Summer. Spring break with the guys.
05.
A failure. Not going to a particular college that I was very, very interested in and highly recruited from. I would say that was a failure for me, because I didn't get to do what I thought I would do, what I had sought after. But the blessing in that was going to a HBCU, seeing, a different type of, environment, and learning about, seeing like different Black cultures, not just yours. Also the blessing in that is, meeting my wife.
Yeah.
So I would have to say that's my biggest failure turned blessing, because I wouldn't have met her, but I probably would have had somebody.
Hey, let me ask you this: why don't you say like the truth in the story?
Why don't I say the truth in the story? Like,
So you
tell the story.
You said this school that I was heavily recruited that I really wanted to go to, but like, why not express that you wanted to go to and name it?
Oh, LSU.
I know. Why not? Why didn't you?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think because I remember when we first kind of met and I gave you the rundown.
Yeah.
I've been pushing that back like ever since then.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's why. Like that shit still kind of like it don't hurt no more, but it's like
yeah.
Like when we was talking to Cord, I'm like, that's crazy. You know, like nigga. So, but yeah, that's why, because it's so far pushed back, and I just try to keep it back there because that shit, that was a tough situation. That's why. But yeah, LSU.
How did you feel in the failure?
How did I feel in the failure?
Yeah.
Oh, I was depressed. I know. I didn't know it then. But just the stuff that I went through to still not be able to go, and then I'm saying my failure because I should have done what I was supposed to do, but then still having it fall on like my parents and them making the wrong decision.
Yeah.
I thought at the time. Yeah, I was depressed. So going into college at Alabama State University, I didn't put in maximum effort, like in none of that process because I felt like I had failed already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So because I guess in like a football world, that shit was like so beneath, and that's fucked up to say. But at the time, I felt like that. You know, like this shit is beneath me. And so with that mindset, I kind of just got more caught up in school activity than the field.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was the failure.
If your son or another young man experienced something like that, what would you have wanted someone to, I guess, come to you with in that space? And so what would you give them?
What I would have wanted was a more understanding household. I'll start with that. Also going through that situation, just letting them know like this ain't the end because there's more options out there. So with my situation, I would have just I would have done everything here that I wanted to do with my brain. You know what I mean? But couldn't. I had to go to night school. Like, bro, I did everything. And it still was just like, damn, this ain't it. Then junior college was introduced. And then I'm like, okay, that gave me like a
Some
ray
hope.
of sunshine.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, oh, bet it's still up.
Yeah.
Because you got like, you got me and Cam around the same, but you got your Cam Newton. There was a guy in Mobile who went to Jones Junior College in Mississippi. He went to Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Balled out, went to the Bills. Like, I'm like, oh, this it. Like, he hit me when I was in high school. He was like, hey, Jones looking for another corner. But your grades and shit, right? I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be good, man. So, that wasn't even, he was like, okay, I figured that. But I just wanted to, he asked me, did I know somebody? And shit, I hit you. We didn't even go to the same school.
Yeah.
He actually took my girlfriend when we was in high school. That's how we got cool.
Never forget that.
Yeah, huh?
Never forget that.
No. But he was a dog though. Like, so we just had he was 2 years older, but he just knew like, oh, this nigga gonna be an animal. Right. Yeah. So just mutual respect. But yeah, I saw what he did. So when junior college was introduced to me, I remember him calling me. Then I had just seen his journey. So I'm like, oh, bet. Like, okay, cool. But yeah, I'll just and then what was the second question?
It was really all tied in. Like, what would you have wanted, and then what you have wanted ideally is what you tell the younger man.
Yeah. But I will say, the other failure, still take advantage of whatever opportunity is presented. Right, I would say that. So that way, you don't have to dwell in the failure. You know what I mean? You can turn your failure to a blessing.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah.
I didn't take the opportunity to do that because of the mindset. So
I think it's human, especially when you're in it, like to just be like, man, damn, and to feel like defeated. That's just a human, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you ain't got the right people in your ear like, hey, that ain't the end, bro. Like, she can go. You can still do X, Y, Z. And like with y'all, like not down in whatever your situation, but I feel like y'all had so many more options. Like, bro, I graduated in '99. When shit didn't go right, if you didn't know people who could talk about who knew certain shit or knew certain people,
You was a
like
brick
it,
mason.
like it wasn't like you could get your film out.
That's what I know.
Like, bro, my high school basketball coach wouldn't give niggas film.
Oh wow.
He
Damn.
wouldn't get. He was keeping niggas letters.
He's
Wouldn't
a
give you.
gatekeeper.
Yeah, he wouldn't give people film. It was the worst. And you know niggas that went to school with me.
Yeah.
You can ask them niggas, G. We had monsters. And if you wasn't his favorite monster, then you was a monster in the closet. Like,
See,
for lack of a better term.
I don't understand that part of it.
It's almost like a you gonna fuck with me or you won't get fucked with.
Right.
So like one of the things about, like, and I say this all the time to kids, man, like, for you to be able to put your stuff, like, somebody, first of all, somebody can record with your phone and upload that shit before the game over.
Not when we was coming out.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm just saying now.
Yeah.
But even
we didn't have a huddle account.
Yeah. But it was still a little bit easier to move stuff
we
around.
had YouTube, so you could put something together. Get it out.
But for us, it was like whoever the school was paying to record,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you had to get film and
get
all
the
that
physical,
shit. You had to get
the
VHS, like VHS.
Find your play.
Yeah, record on another. You got 2 VCR. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit.
Yeah, I did.
So like it was either like you had to learn to play the game. We ain't talked about it, right? You had to learn how to play the game. I was struggling with the game even then. You know what I'm saying? So like my high school basketball coach was like, basically like, you had to go to that nigga like damn near begging for film. I wasn't okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So even if coaches came to your games, they go and talk to your coach like, you scared of what this nigga might say.
So within that, like, even if your coach, let's just say he an asshole. If you a dog, you're a dog.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna tell the recruit, I don't fuck with you, but hey, you're gonna get you a hell of a ball player. But attitude bad. Or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Just do that, coach.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
That.
But let him know, like, he gonna get the best. We just don't get along.
I'm about to say, what if his attitude ain't bad? It's just I don't fuck with him.
Well, yeah.
And that's
just be real though. Like, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like that's tainting. That's gonna taint the opportunities.
Yeah.
Because let's say I'm not the guy, but I'm a guy, and you looking at me and the coach says, yeah, he could play, but we don't really get along. You're not the guy that I came to see anyway, so I'm not even gonna take that chance.
So then it's like, well, why?
Yeah,
because the next question as the college coach is, well, what's stopping you guys from getting along? Because that essentially what that does is it can put a cancer in his locker room.
Yeah.
So I need to know why y'all don't get along. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff made a difference. You know what I'm saying? And I saw, like, it didn't affect me as much as it affected other good ball players on my high school team. You know what I'm saying? Like, good fucking basketball players.
Would you, knowing who you are and a person that don't want to or don't have no intentions of playing the game, are there situations in the past where you would tell your younger self, hey man, play the game?
Yeah.
Yes. I was about to say it's only one answer, dog.
Yeah.
Listen.
I think it probably wouldn't even been then. Yeah. I think it probably would have been in my younger adult life.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this could be the one. Like, be cool on this one. Yeah.
But it has to start right there, though. Like, I think it has to start younger.
Because you see it in motion, or it kind of like etches it in you.
So I think
it can happen later, but
that's another thing. I think I played. We on a whole nother subject. I think I played the game too much though, like to where it was almost too humbling. right? Instead of, I told you, that's one of my regrets, not just being a cocky motherfucker sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that can also get you overlooked.
But that's learning the game is the sweet spot.
Yeah. You
learning to play it is the sweet spot because
So,
you can do too much on this end or that end, but learning the game is where's the sweet spot.
Bro, what's crazy is I knew the sweet spot, and I know
you did. You said
I was gonna say we just had that conversation.
One of the things was, bro, I used to sell other people. I used to sell a lot of other people.
I was gonna say that too. I've never, only when LSU came. That was the only time I've ever been in a like a recruit situation at my school by myself. I've always text, like if somebody came to see me, hey, come to coach's office, such and such here. And so they'll come in, and they like to see your highlight tape, and they like to see a game film.
Right.
And so whenever somebody else made a play, I'd be like, oh, that's my home. That's the other cornerback. He's Eric.
Yeah.
Great cornerback too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all should check him out. Like I always did that, dog. Like always. So,
bro, yeah, I used to stay selling other people.
Yeah.
Like it got to a point where like college coaches would come watch us hoop at the community center.
Oh shit!
They didn't, bro. They just wanted to see, just bro. We just want to come watch y'all hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Pull up on the street.
Jesus, we looking Shuttleworth
because
we looking for Byron Rose.
The crazy
down the community center.
Bro, because the crazy thing was because we played hard whenever we played. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the guys who had graduated and guys that had went on and played college ball or that was overseas, they would come home during the summer.
Yeah.
So we was working out against them, and it wasn't like
y'all had your own open run, huh?
Basically, you know what I'm saying? So, like, coaches would come to the community center because they knew we was gonna be in there hooping. Or the older guys would call, hey, I got 2 guys down here, man. They can flat out play. Y'all need to come see them play.
Yeah,
like they ain't got the game film, but you can come see what they do. So they just show love, you know what I'm saying? But because I saw them showing love, I just felt like, hey, this is what I should be doing too. But my failure, bro, like I think my serious romantic relationship when I was engaged, when that failed, and I can't even say the failure of it, but just that whole thing, I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about relationships. I learned about the give and take of it. I learned about just a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And the blessing from it was I wasn't the same person going into my next relationship. I wasn't the same person for myself. I wasn't the same person for my partner. You know what I'm saying? Like that was probably, and it may not seem like a blessing at the time, but it was a blessing for the other person too, because I could have went into it like on some, man, fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I learned a lot in that relationship, bro. Like I learned a lot about myself.
Were you an adult? Like
when I was engaged? Yeah. This was when I came back from overseas. I was like 28.
Oh, see that? I feel like that would have been so much easier for me to say, man, just turn into a motherfucking dog. Like that old. Yeah. And we're back.
We always talk about it helped me see myself. It helped me be better. What is one thing that you actually, 2 things that you actually gain about yourself or about relationships that you were able to take up, like specific things
from that?
Yeah.
Honestly, if you don't
mind sharing.
Yeah. I learned that one of the biggest things was no matter how much you love somebody else, you still gotta love yourself more. And that was, I kind of struggled with that anyways. I was so used to putting everybody and everything ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Like shit, that was one of the reasons I was back in Alabama. Like not to say I would have changed anything about it, but my mom got sick. I was on the first thing smoking back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? So when I got back to the house, I was like, all right, well, cool. Let's just make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
That was me transitioning. Like it wasn't a hard transition like yours. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a little different. But it was still tough because my guys were still hooping.
Right.
Like my best friend, my close friends, my cousins, everybody still playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? They come home in the summer, I'm still giving them work. And then in August, they like, hey man, we'll see. And I'm like, all right, let me take my ass to work. You know what I'm saying? So that was tough. But I think learning, like sometimes it takes those hard lessons for you to actually learn, right? It's like you read it, everybody say it, you still gotta love yourself. And it was like, all right, cool. But I think it was harder for me to do because I had gotten so used to like covering so many people, right?
Yeah.
So then it was like, and it's crazy because I preached it to my mom, like, if you don't take care of your star player, who else gonna take care of him? And if you're not good as the start, like if you don't take care of yourself, how you gonna take care of other people?
What your mama say when you said that?
She was like, well, Brian, I'm just so used to doing it. I'm like, yeah, I get that. But we also see that other people aren't doing it for you.
Have you ever had a conversation where, because to me, if you were talking about yourself, your mom's probably gonna say, I will. I'll take care of you.
Nah, because she couldn't. Because it was, bro, like at the time, this was also when I'm still dealing with my internal stuff.
Yeah.
So she couldn't take care of me.
Because you wouldn't allow her to?
One, but also I didn't even know what was wrong with me. I didn't necessarily know what was going on with me internally.
Yeah, nah. That's why I wish therapy was more of a thing for us, because honestly, when I was going through, I didn't know what the fuck I was going
you
through.
don't know what it.
I'm like,
you don't know
bruh,
what it is. You just know it's something's wrong.
off.
It's something wrong. Like I don't know what it is, but like it. We hear it. We talk about it. Be days I just don't feel like getting up. But I do. You got, like, as a man, you push through these days. You know what I'm saying? You get up and you keep going. But it was times I was just like, man, I really don't want to do this today. I never felt like I didn't want to be here, but I definitely felt like, man, I don't want to do shit today. Like I need today to just get myself, like, even if it's just laying this motherfucker and watch cartoons, I just need a day. You know what I'm saying? But I think the toughest part, because my mom is one of those parents, like, I'll do whatever you need because I see that it's something wrong.
Yeah.
Tell me what I can do or tell me what's wrong and I'll try to fix it.
Yeah.
And she's a fixer. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest part of that was I didn't know what was wrong to be fixed.
That's a tough place to be. Is not knowing and then not having a resource to kind of help you through, and then not maybe potentially having friends to bounce it off of, quality friends, because you could talk to the wrong person and we can go do something crazy, and then you feel good in the moment, but it has some repercussions down the line.
But this was a space where I didn't even know how to have emotional talks.
Yeah.
Like with my friends.
Yeah.
Like we talked, we laughed, we joked, me, Black, my homeboy Drees. Like we had all types of conversations. Like niggas used to be like, man, I think I'm about to shut it down, boy. I'm finna settle down and do X, Y, Z. We could have them talks. But I wasn't emotionally equipped to be like, bro, like it's something wrong with me. And I don't know what it is. And I don't really know how to even verbalize it. I think that's a different talk.
Yeah, my mind goes to, I got a family member, and I'm like, how do you normalize making people feel okay with stepping into that? I don't know what the hell is wrong with me, but I know something ain't right, and I need some help. Even if you can't help me, I need to be able to just get it out.
I think it starts with just creating a safe space. Like always, like, because a lot of people think that they offering safe spaces, but then you go back and telling somebody else what's going on.
Man,
so it's not as safe as.
You know what's funny? All my wife's friends, like we always get put in a room with a bunch of husbands, and my wife is like, whatever you tell them, they're going to tell their spouse. I'm like, that's how that works,
bro.
Because my mind is, if you tell me, you told me.
Yeah.
She's like, pillow talk.
But those not your friends,
right? But at the same time, like, Why is that a thing?
You would think that is universal. I feel you.
I told you.
Yeah, I feel
I ain't
you.
tell your wife for a reason.
Right. And
But-
I didn't tell my wife for it.
Exactly.
Right.
But my wife come back and tell me what I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just had a moment.
Yeah.
No, listen, I
think
feel you. That's why me and my friends, what we talk about is what we talk about.
Yeah.
And we can't tell our wives most of the time what we talking about
Right.
anyway. So shit. Like nigga, if you tell that, all right, well, like
Yeah.
we all going
We
down.
up.
I think what it is
It's up around this bitch.
the safe space has got to be created though.
Hey, you ain't got to be the big person that
safe
day.
space. Not that safe space until or
Yeah.
safe space ... It's got to be a safe space for you to talk.
And that's it.
And I think again, like this is all this mental health and emotional talking, emotional conversation and things like that. Like these are recent events. New. Yeah, all this shit is new, man. So being able to just flat out talk to somebody about how you feel internally, that ain't happened to everybody yet.
Yeah.
And at that time, I can honestly say it wasn't like I probably had those types of conversations like more with my aunts and you know what I'm saying? Like but I wasn't in that space with my homeboys yet and it showed. You know what I'm saying? So I internalized a whole lot and just felt like how most men feel, like I just gotta keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. I had one partner that we eventually got to that space because we spent so much time together. But I mean, honestly, until I started going to therapy when I turned 28, like I had never felt comfortable talking to a pops, uncle, or cousin about, because I always felt like I was weird or something like that. And I didn't want you to think that I was weird because of the way I was thinking, the way I was feeling in a certain situation. So I kept everything to myself. But I felt like I've started to touch freedom of who I am when I got to the spaces to being able to talk vulnerable about myself. And it started in therapy, and then it extended to that friend that who had been there and put in the time. And then it was to my spouse. And now it's like, yo, bro, if you want to talk, let's talk. Because I know the value that it's going to have, one in the now, but then also the relationship that we have together. But we just got to figure out a way to continue to spread that feeling, continue to spread that word, but make it normal.
What's
to
crazy,
be able to find the safe space, because it's got to be a safe space.
What's crazy is I was offering that space to people, and I don't think I was ever offered it.
Yeah.
Like, Black and Drees was my guys, but it was just never like that type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk money, we talk careers,
Did you feel like you would be judged or something?
Nah. Hell no.
But sometimes that if the person don't care, and it ain't like they say I don't care about the way you feel, it's just like they never show you that they want to know beyond the second question.
But they probably just don't know to have it open. Because I realized something with all my friends. I think I'm the most open friend.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't have like no like, man, I'm just letting him know. I'm just letting him, nigga. Like when something going up, like nigga, I'm telling, you know, because I want to just know. But they not like that.
Yeah.
Like I could literally know something about this friend, and then me and my other partner have a conversation, and it's almost similar to this situation. But I'm like, they couldn't have talked because he could have told you how you see what I'm saying?
Like, so got through it. Yeah.
Like,
but everybody don't feel safe with everybody.
Exactly. I think
maybe I should stop.
You just don't. You just don't give a fuck. You just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I think a part of it is.
I think that's because I love my friends, and that's how it should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think one, it could be where a person got burned on some shit like that. So then they just don't operate like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be one. Or another is just like you didn't come from that type of environment growing up where people share. You know what I'm saying? Like how we talk about, like if your dad wasn't, like if you couldn't go to your dad like, hey dad, like I'm really starting to feel like, and if your dad was like, man, if you don't take that soft shit on somewhere, like that space was never offered. They don't feel, if it wasn't even offered in my home, why would I think it's out there?
Or I'm not confident or trust, because this is what I would think about. I would have an inhibition, I don't know if that's the right word, with you, is I got something that's serious, and I don't want you to fucking crack a joke.
Yeah.
So I might not say it, and I think I'm to the point now with you. You crack a joke, it's whatever. But sometimes you've also shown me the serious side.
Yeah, but that because I read the room off of shit like that.
But if somebody's not confident, and I'm confident in being able to have conversations. If somebody's not, to take a chance on giving you that for you to shit on it in their mind, they don't want to take that chance.
So that means we're not friends then, right?
That's not true.
So hold on, and I'm about to tell you why. Because if I'm your friend, right, and you were if I tell him this, you know, he might have whatever. I should be able to come to you like, hey, bro.
I might have what?
I'm saying whatever, jokes or whatever.
Oh, God.
So I should be able to come to you like, hey, bro, I don't need none of that shit. Like, I need a real conversation. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
but that's you like, knowing how to communicate.
Then it's like, okay, what's up? Right? It's so. I feel like if I need some money from you, right? And we cool, and shit, like, but I don't tell Byron, why not? You see what I'm saying? Like in conversation, man, shit, I was fucked up, man. I had to ask Wiley, goddamn, he wouldn't have had a nigga. I would have came to you. You see, like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, nothing's wrong with that because what that does is now we can have a conversation about whatever it may be. So you can tell me, nigga, I had to do this too, or what? You see what I'm saying? I don't know.
So I think people still, I think it's a thing of like knowing which friends you could talk to about certain things. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with the friendships. I think like if and no shot at you, my nigga.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, I need my prayer warriors. And I'm not, again, no shot at you. But hey, Brian, I need you to call your mama and your daddy and your grandma.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you don't know me, man.
Yeah, I know.
Because my mama pray more than
I know.
Most grandmamas and mamas.
You the one got to say.
But you
I'm a conduit, baby.
Right. and you might forget.
Might get lost in the transition.
Hey, right. And they be like, Byron say you need to pray for something.
Hey, just pray for Byron.
Pray for Byron. Your mom be like, pray for Byron.
I want you to be specific, though.
Yeah, very.
All right, write it down.
And I'm not, again, no shot. You know what I'm saying? But the same way, like you said, like sometimes, like a person could be like, man, he gonna be bullshitting and playing, and I don't feel like going through that. I don't even feel like trying to tell somebody, hey, this ain't the time. Like because it ain't the time, and I don't feel like trying to translate.
I don't even want to say this shit.
Yeah. I definitely ain't got time to tell you not to fucking joke. I feel it.
Yeah.
Or because sometimes what people say that kind of affects me is, oh, it ain't that serious. And I'm like,
no, that shit, no, I can't.
Bro, I hate when people, I'm another one. When people be, man, you taking your job too serious. This is my job. This is what pay my bills. Who you trying to tell they taking their job too serious?
And then, but you can also be like, why do you say that? Right? And they could have a great example. And then you can make him change your mind.
So the thing, I gotta be able to, because if I'm coming to you with that, it's probably some emotion tied to it. Mm-hmm. So if you say that, I have to be able to shed my emotion to be like, all right, so why do you say it's not that big a deal? Because honestly, when I just said that, I thought about that time we was in Florida and I couldn't upload the fucking video. And in my head, I'm fucking stressed. I am tweaking.
You don't remember that? Oh, I thought you were.
I was tweaking, bro, and you was like, bro, it'd be all right.
Yeah, that shit'll upload when it's time. I was like, I looked at that nigga and but I knew that nigga was gonna explode.
But I know him though, right? So this is the thing too.
I know you was telling that nigga just to calm down.
Exactly.
I get it.
Because I know my friend.
But he didn't want to hear that shit right then.
And that's cool.
But I do appreciate it because I did. I was like, you know what? Bro, we gonna have 5 views tomorrow.
He took the advice, bro. That's what I'm saying.
You, and you.
So, yeah. So it's like sometimes we need that, like, you know.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. I was like, man, I was tripping.
He was. You was in that, bro. You was.
I was in.
You was on your stomach.
Our Wi-Fi, gay Wi-Fi.
Like, I'm gonna turn my phone to a hotspot Hey, Byron, turn your phone to a hotspot. We're gonna log on to both of them motherfuckers trying to run.
What? Nigga, let's drink. What the fuck? It'll come.
Yeah, got our ass whooped.
But yeah,
so
in situations like that, sometimes we do need that though.
Yeah, you're right. Know your friends. Like you said in the beginning.
Friends in situations.
Yeah.
Right? Because it could have been something else. Like if it would have been a book issue, maybe I wouldn't have been like, bro, nah, because it's like, I don't know. This might need to be, but I know this shit, like, you gonna be all right.
So look, I got a quick thing, a quick hit, man, because this was a hot topic in one of our conversations
what
before.
Time looking like?
About there.
I mean, but
you said quick.
No,
and this like 5 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of it
5
was,
minutes less.
No, all that.
All that. Nah.
I'm gonna edit this.
Yeah, shit, I ain't worried about that. That motherfucker might not make it.
Put your hotspot on, guys.
Hey, we might not even have an episode this week. But
everything come out perfect and get uploaded. Oh, fuck.
But nah, I mean, we talked about Dion and his boys, and I know we watched the draft and we watched Shador fall in the draft, and I think everybody felt like this kid is too good of a quarterback to have fallen as far as he did. So with all that being said, and the conversation that we had before about Dion and how he took it on the position and all that, how do you feel about everything that happened with Shador and him falling in the draft and where he landed and things now?
You ain't even talking about Shiloh, huh?
Well, I mean, we kind of we felt like Shiloh.
He signed.
Yeah, for $3 million.
Yeah,
damn near $3 million for 3 years.
That's the base.
Hey man,
but I'm saying he signed quick.
A check. Yeah.
Oh, it's the end of the rookie minicamp.
A check is a check.
No, I'm just saying that
he signed. He could have not. He could have been right.
He could have been home. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have high hopes for the kid.
Right.
But anyway, I would like to start off by saying I was right with the Dion situation in the first year. To that bitch ass nigga that was talking about me when I had on that purple shirt. Where my camera? Yeah, you nigga. Yeah, we coming back. Make sure you title this
Spin the block.
Dion.
Make sure you title it since you doing this shit.
Fuck it. Dion.
What would you write about Dion?
But nah, he came out cocky, got his ass kicked that first year, like I thought he would. And I was just saying he should have came out a little more humble. And again, I was rooting for him, but I can also root for you and call out bullshit. We do it all the time. But came back the next year, did a great job with the program. As far as his kid, he was a decent college quarterback in the conference that they were in. As far as this,
he was just decent.
He's a decent quarterback for the conference that they were in.
Was Jackson Dart decent? That's his name, right? Jackson Dart. Is he decent?
For the SEC?
No, period.
Yeah, very, very decent.
Very decent.
Very decent.
Shador was just decent though.
Yeah, they can't do the same thing.
Well, yeah, no quarterback can do the same things.
Yeah, so I put Dart ahead of him only because of mobility. That's it.
Yeah. Nobody else should have been before him though.
Should have been before who?
Cam Ward and Jackson Dart. It was 3 other quarterbacks picked before him too.
Yeah, no, them the only 2.
Yeah.
No, so that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
So, getting to that, I do think Jackson Dart is a better quarterback because I've seen him thrash fucking run through the SEC. He's a good quarterback. He's mobile. He can throw. I like him.
I'm anxious to see him with some complexity around him.
Me too.
I feel like Lane Kiffin made that shit easier than most.
And he spoke very, very, very highly of him.
I think Jackson Dart is a great talent. I just want to see him once it starts getting a little complex.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And he could not be shit in the NFL, but I can only go by college.
Yeah, for sure.
With the Shador situation, I think it was a few things, right? So with the Cam Wars is a better overall everything than Shador.
Hands down.
The way Cam Ward carried himself, the way
he cocky as fuck too now.
Yeah, when it's between the lines.
I don't know. When that man walked through the mall, he cocky.
Nick, I got some money, bro. Let's keep it. Let's keep it.
All right, you got it,
within
bro.
the
it,
NFL
bro.
organization
Right.
and college organization, right?
What's funny is I like it though.
Yeah, I'm that guy,
yeah.
and he is. But when it comes down to being a quarterback, and you can be that guy and be cocky, but bro, you got to go in these interviews and still be who you are, right? You like this is gonna pay me.
Yeah, you
right?
got to be both and. You got to be cocky, but also be able to know everything
and you have
that you
to
got to
be
know.
that guy to walk in there cocky and be a dope person. I think if they had the same attitude, Cam Ward still goes because that ain't no talent you want to fucking let slip.
Especially with the talent that was coming out this year.
Exactly, right? So he could have been. I think they should have changed positions actually. But Shador came in, didn't do the combine.
Right.
From reports, and it's all we can go by, talked crazy in interviews. He was quoted saying, if you don't want to change your program, don't even draft me, right? Or whatever. You ain't ready to change the culture, don't draft me.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I don't think nothing wrong with that.
That sounds amazing to me.
That ain't. I'm not the one.
Imagine I'm going to a losing team.
Yeah, it sounds like you're about to come in and make it a winning culture.
They reported him coming in. They asked him to draw a play up. He said he didn't even like the play at all. It's not really how that works. We watched the Hard Knock with Jaden Daniels and all them other quarterbacks who were just in there. Oh, the cornerback gonna be here. He gonna do whatever. Right? Looked amazing. Answered all the questions. Ran their 40s. Made the throws. Did all that. Right? So now on top of you coming in cocky as fuck, this is the perfect year to fuck you over. Because only 4 teams need a quarterback. That's it.
Only 3 of them need a starter.
Only 3 need a starter. Right? So boom. You come in, now we got your dad, who, my son, I'm gonna determine where he go. He ain't just going anywhere. Well, first of all, bag up. He's not that good for you to be saying that.
That's not Peyton out there.
And they try to they keep comparing this shit to these Manning boys.
Yeah.
He's not a Manning. No. He's not a Manning.
Nope.
First of all, he's not that good as a Manning.
He's not 6'5".
And he's black.
It's pretty evident.
Okay. All right. So
I thought we was gonna stick to talent.
Okay. Let's stick to not tall.
Hey, he's more mobile than both of them now.
That's a fact. But them niggas, come on, man.
He definitely missing like 3 inches on him.
That too, right? So you got all that put together, and you got this organization, what you like to call the good old boys organization, right? Nothing would be better than to make these phone calls. Hey, take them off our draft board. Because this is the meeting that was reportedly had, right?
Yeah.
And they did exactly that. And I'm not surprised by it. Like, everybody is like distraught by it. Did they fuck him over? Yes. Am I surprised? No.
But also they didn't owe him anything either.
That's what I'm getting at. Did he kind of bring it on himself? Yeah.
If everything that they're saying is what happened, then yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Am I still rooting for him and hope he does a fucking great job? Yes. And so I think that's where the lines get blurred with people. Like, it's either you feel like this and you can't feel like this. No, I can feel both. Like, he came in as a cocky piece of shit, but I hope he does great and prove all these niggas wrong and show you, nigga, I am this cocky because I can be. Do it, nigga. Please do.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a jersey, nigga, and the bitch going to be brown. I don't even like brown. But you see what I'm saying? So I think that's what happened. They shitted on him though. They definitely shitted on him.
They did.
After
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah. I was like, all right.
I was expecting. Go ahead.
So after the quarterback from Louisville,
yes,
that was I ain't gonna say Dylan Gabriel
because
because
threw that bit with
yes,
because Dylan Gabriel in moments has looked good.
Yeah, he definitely had.
In the system.
The reason he's a Heisman Trophy candidate because he looked good last year, but at the same time, people are in the Heisman Trophy race all the time and don't pan out to nothing in there.
And they be system guys. You know what I'm saying?
But that young man from Louisville, from what I saw, is no way somebody is picking off of talent
at all.
It's got to be some other attributing factors that we don't want to take a chance, and we don't even have a quarterback.
And what does that go back to? Playing the game.
Yeah,
bro. We the new saying for the kids or the new adults is nobody's bigger than the program, and we have to realize that.
Some people are for a period.
You can be.
Some people are for a period of time.
You can be, but you have to be that nigga.
Yeah.
Like you have to be.
Yeah.
Like Cam Ward was. Of course, I'm getting him.
Travis could have walked into any interview and be like, you know what, man? Hey, don't pick me, dog. And they still would have picked him because he's that talented.
My point exactly.
You got to realize, you got to be honest with yourself in the mirror.
Why you took the words out of my mouth? Yes, I'm so glad we all. Well, I don't know how you feel, but I'm glad we feel the same way about this situation because people are just they're not being realistic. Did they shit on him? Of course.
But see, most people don't know football, and I'm not gonna say I'm a football guru, but I know football a little bit enough to recognize when you have some undeniable talent and a decent quarterback. Because Shador makes some beautiful throws, but over the span of his career, I see a lot of growth opportunities. So for you to come in and not be overly talented in certain areas that can overcome disabilities, you have to be able to play the game.
I'm gonna tell you his first mistake. Making videos of him working out with Cam Ward.
Ooh.
Never would have I ever.
Never would have made.
Nigga, have you seen those videos?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would have put Cam on mute.
Do you think they seen those videos also?
The whole world.
What are we talking about?
So what I will say about it's tough in like workout videos to see the true difference in people. Because I can watch, I was just telling my wife yesterday, I was watching this kid, I don't know what school he was, but he's doing this drill and he slinging that bitch. And I'm like, boy, got a cannon. Went and looked him up. It ain't that nice. So it's hard to tell the true talent difference.
By yourself.
Right, but when you on a field working out
with the person,
but you can't see the difference for real. He throw out, I throw out. They both catch the ball on the sideline. It's hard for somebody to be able to tell the difference. Now, what I was listening to was the way that man was talking to him.
Listen, that too.
That shit was crazy.
One out looked a lot faster and a lot smoother than the other out. One comeback was definitely there when he turned around, and one was a little late. I definitely seen all of those.
Yeah, but most people can't tell. Even the half-second difference makes a huge difference. Most people can't tell that watching a organized workout.
If that's what I'm supposed to be watching and get paid for, I could.
Yeah, you probably go to the workout though.
But what he said was most people.
Yeah, I'm talking about
your job. Yeah, of course you know.
Yeah, I'm talking about how it's gotten blown up. The media, those people are just like, look, he's on the same field as Cam. They're doing the same thing. But I'm just saying that's why it's so big because those people who don't really know or watch or are intentional, now they got a voice into it.
Yeah.
So now it's a big thing when really, like, if you watch the film, you can see the difference. Now, there's no way in hell that I see he has gone beyond the third quarterback selected.
No.
It is no way impossible, especially with what they got.
That's when I got to, okay, they fucking.
Yeah. When he made it out the third round, I was like, yeah, this is something against him. And I wonder if you can prove that the NFL was against you as a whole, then you can get some type of but you wouldn't want to sue the NFL coming into the league. But I wonder if you could prove that. Could you get some money off of it?
The thing he can do is continue to ball
and just play. And I think they know that too.
And you know who? Deion said something. He said, "Oh, we all learn from this."
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah.
We all learned from this. That nigga Shiloh said on live, I need a new agent because Dad is my agent ain't working. But bro,
Hey,
like
when that nigga
Shiloh
said,
hilarious,
when that nigga
bro.
said, if they doing this to you, I know where the fuck I'm going. He said that shit killed me.
But bro, like that's real shit, bro. Like you
Yeah.
have to like, dog, like it's not like humble beast, bro. You can literally be both, dog. Like when it's time to pop your shit, pop your shit. But bro, like coming into some shit or just the work speak for itself and do your dance, nigga, after y'all win. And like, bro, I'm not against none of that shit. Especially Prime. We love Prime, goddamn, cause nigga from the 40s, bitch. Like, nigga, what?
Nigga still can't catch them.
That's what I'm saying. Piss me off. But do your shit.
The only thing that I truly hate is because of how far he went, the lower the investment in him, which lowers how much time I actually need to give you. Because if I draft you in the first round, if I draft you in the second round, I'm probably gonna give you 2 years. I gotta give you 2 years. You're gonna get $4-5 million out of me from jump. But if I could take you in the 5th round, man, I might give you $100,000.
And I can get
might
rid of
give you
whenever,
$100,000. Exactly.
it's
$100,000 ain't nothing for us. We make that on the preseason on before the first quarter. So yeah,
and the nigga already #1 in jersey sales.
It might not be there.
And you know what just made this?
Ain't he selling his own jerseys?
No, it's the what's it called?
But I saw something else where he was. But go ahead.
He might be.
I don't know. I don't know that part, but I know the Browns jersey.
Yeah. And what's crazy is he might not even be there when the season starts.
What just made it bad? Derek Carr just retired.
Bro, that's what I was like. Why did the Saints? That made no sense to me.
Because the lesson.
Yeah, but
they didn't know he was retired.
But they did say before the draft his shoulder was in a bad position that he might not play.
Don't do it. And when you get that call from up there, that ain't. They probably everybody probably shit. If he make it right here, and then erase him.
It's the same people that say shit like we can't have the prisoners running the prison.
Nigga, did you see the Browns? I felt like all them niggas went against their owner when they signed him. Everybody was in that bit like,
bro. And what
fired?
What was crazy was they found the what's my man? Is he the GM, the black dude?
Yeah.
They found the conversation. He did an interview with somebody after they watched Shador, and he was high on him. Mm-hmm. He was high on him, and everybody was like, "This is what lets you know." Like it was the NFL. It was the good old boys, and it ain't the thing about it. Ain't gonna be no emails like Gruden. You ain't gonna find no emails about it. This was a phone call. We had made our mistakes before.
Yeah.
They pulled the text messages. They pulled the emails. So this a phone call on a throwaway phone.
One time
on the burner. Yeah.
Like, bro, this is only for this night.
Yeah. Because if, like you said, if there's any evidence of it, it's a collusion thing.
Who's gonna look into that?
I mean, like you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I would be very, very,
you'd be
very
surprised.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see Shador have a great 10 to 15 year career.
I want to see that nigga ball the fuck out.
But I want him to know when the statute of limitations are to investigate this collusion. Because once he's built a foundation of himself in the league, if he's able to prove that
and had a right conversation,
exactly, he can go get his money. He can't do that right now.
Yeah,
he has no leverage.
If you saying him being where you saying you want him to be, he ain't gonna be thinking about no shit like that.
I wouldn't put it past.
I wouldn't.
Your earning potential is completely different.
Yeah, because your second contract looks different.
Your opportunity, your opportunity for your second contract looks completely different in the 5th round than it does the second round.
I think you chasing the ghost, bro.
So to me, if I've already established everything that I want in this league,
and I'm about to retire,
now I'm about to show you you can't fuck us.
That third contract, yeah.
That's what I'm telling y'all. I don't forget. I came and did exactly what I was supposed to do. But now you can't fuck us because you can do this whenever you want, until somebody comes at you.
Like, and I'm gonna tell you what I think would be funny it's not even Shadur who's holding on
he
to it.
He ain't had a leverage.
It's not Shadur that's holding on to it, but Deion Jr. Because he keeps shit going. You know what I'm saying? Like
The camera guy.
Yeah.
Brother, I think
like that son.
I think they shut it down. And it's never spoken about again.
That's why I said I hope.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see that.
Bro, because they go, okay, that's cool. You didn't find her. Now we finna fuck the next one. Like, bro, I feel like
they've been fucking them for 50, 60 years.
But not like that. Not like was overtly. Covertly, a lot of times.
Like you said, it was a perfect storm. It was only three teams that needed a starting quarterback.
He wasn't not hard, bro. Bro, listen, I'm telling you, it's like, nigga, we finna fuck him over.
You don't see what's happening.
I got a starting quarterback. You got a starting quarterback.
Look, the Giants need a quarterback, and they got two starting quarterbacks. Like, we don't need you, bro. So I think it was the perfect storm, and he didn't look at the landscape of the NFL, but it's definitely collusion in a sense. Like, bro, there's no way.
Pittsburgh need a quarterback.
Still need one.
The Saints need a quarterback. Nah,
the Jets just got a quarterback.
Just straight.
Saints need a quarterback.
Saints need a quarterback.
Like, need one.
Yeah.
Because that boy.
Because they about to have Spencer Rattler out that bitch.
Fucking up again. I just would have brought him.
Selling out.
Oh, I hated him.
I hated the nigga at Oklahoma.
On the
last chance U shit.
No, he was the
high school shit.
Yeah, the high school shit. Boy, he had the worst attitude.
I hated the nigga when he was at Oklahoma. I hated the nigga at South Carolina. He's never been on a team that I was a fan of.
I did not watch him because of that high school shit.
Yep. But I
watched him.
I am the nicest guy.
That fucked up his
recruiting. Shit. Well, I wanted one of his teammates to punch him in the mouth.
They was all white.
When I tell you he was the worst teammate I've ever seen in my life.
I ain't even watch the shit.
Find the clip on YouTube. You ain't gotta watch the whole shit.
Just watching this nigga.
Carver or Blunt.
Bro,
or fucking Westlake. He wouldn't have made that.
Bro, when I tell you he was the worst teammate I have ever seen in my life.
That's crazy.
He was guys that beat up at practice.
Bruh.
Just off GP, bro. Like talking crazy. Like, yeah.
You know in the football movies where the lineman just say "Ole" and let the defense.
Yeah,
that shit would happen every day the way he be talking. Bro, that shit was crazy. But I imagine he's humbled himself since then. Or life has humbled him.
Yeah, life.
Yeah.
I feel like the Saints did it a lot last year with his head.
Ole.
Yeah, Ole. and it just didn't look the same.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
But yeah, that's my Deion and Shadur take. I wish him,
Yeah, I wish him the best.
Somebody gonna say I'm a hater. I don't understand how, because like I said, I want the nigga to go far.
Yeah.
But it's a method to this shit.
To be honest, bro, he has one of the prettiest balls coming out this year.
Oh.
Jackson
Jesus Christ.
Hey, just one of them, nigga said he got a few inches off on him. I let him ride on that one too. I said, okay, this might be one of them serious moments.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I'm gonna let y'all have all this talk, but he got one of the prettiest balls.
Shadur's great.
That nigga killed this whole take before. I'm sorry, dog. It was just,
he was headed somewhere.
It was too
much.
Yeah,
you better say Jackson Dart.
And I'm good, dog. We straight.
No, man.
Shadur is. I've seen some amazing plays by him in college. I think that if he maintains the right attitude in this space, and I think he will be able to, because as cocky and as brash as his dad is, I think he does have humility in him and is able to impart that on his son. So him being able to step into this situation, if he can overcome working his way up, I think he has a great potential of being a solid starting quarterback. I don't know if he's transcendent and taking his team to the Super Bowl. He might, because he's a 5th-round draft pick and we paying him $50,000 a year, and now we can pay everybody else.
And God don't make no mistakes, man. I think this shit was like a life lesson for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right? Like I said, even with his dad saying, bro, we all learned a lot from this. Like, you saw how thank you. Yeah. Let me speak to him. Thank you so much. Like, thank you.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you.
That wasn't that in the beginning. It was my son won't like that.
I won't be here.
And I think carrying that forward, like this situation, it helps a man grow like better as a coach, also as a pops, as a football player, as shit us watching, like damn.
I think one of the things that bothered me the most was like hearing them like, oh, he holds on to the ball too long, like he just kind of running around.
He does a little bit.
Yeah,
that's one of the things he needs to grow on.
So one of the reasons it bothered me to hear that was it like I don't know if it was holding on to the ball too long or if he was waiting for receivers to get open. But if we look at literally the 5 players he had in front of him, if you put those 5 players in front of anybody else, they're probably doing the same thing. They're running for their life.
I would say they probably don't look as good.
Right. Yeah. They're running for their life.
Wisconsin ain't had the best line. Miami ain't had the best line either.
But I feel like Miami had a better line than Colorado. Because the
they
best
also were playing better talent.
The best offensive lineman at Colorado didn't play at almost any other school and transferred in because of that reason, right? So I feel like for what he had, like for what he had, I feel like he did a hell of a job. And I feel like I'm not saying that the guys around him didn't look good or wouldn't look good, but I feel like he made a lot of good players. He made some decent players look better.
Look good.
I'm rooting for Horn too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for that kid a lot.
Yeah. If he can hold up, because he is slight. If he can hold up, I think he'll be a good slot receiver for the Panthers.
Yeah.
I do think Shedeur needs to. His footwork was one of the things that I saw. Because I think his arm talent is good enough to put the ball wherever it needs to go.
He been fucking them up in practice.
Boy, hey, I'm telling you, he got one of the prettiest.
Other nigga threw an interception. Other nigga threw an interception already.
So
they ain't show that. They ain't show Shedeur if he had one. Look, he does have one of the nicest passes in the air, and honestly, as a receiver, that makes a hell difference. You can get the ball fast and get it there, but if it ain't easy to catch, you just
brother. We saw
losing me some money.
We saw Peyton Manning play for the Denver Broncos and win the Super Bowl.
And he couldn't he couldn't drive that motherfucker.
Ducking out there.
Yeah, he couldn't drive that motherfucker.
They was getting that. It was like, I know he'll be open right now. Oh, God. Yeah. But that's part of that. Like, he got the best coach in the world too.
Hey,
Tom Brady.
Hey. Oh, well, I was about to say that boy Stefanski has won Coach of the Year twice with the Browns.
Yeah.
So you got something there with you.
That too.
And I'm gonna tell you what I also like. I like him going there with Flacco.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
a
Flacco
great
being
learn
there.
a lot.
Yeah. I think Kenny Pickett, whatever, but I think Flacco being there is gonna mean a lot. He's gonna learn a lot. A lot of just game knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily, ain't gonna have nothing to do with talent or nothing like that, because Flacco ain't the biggest and best quarterback out there, but that motherfucker is precise with less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And if nothing else, he know what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
And see, that's what we were talking about with Corey last week. So, like, if I see a front and I know that I'm probably gonna get pressure here, Flacco's gonna tell him, look, you catching the ball, just go ahead and start sliding, because you know the pressure. You're gonna have a pocket here. Initially, a quarterback's gonna stand right exactly where you got it. The pocket's supposed to be around me. Those little things of experience are gonna help him transition a lot faster. Like I said, that's a great call.
And I really hope that Flacco's willing to be that.
I think he is.
But I'm also and I never felt like he wasn't open to learning. Shedeur. Yeah. Like that's one thing I think a lot of people got into that cocky talk and forgot that he actually puts in the work. Like, it's not like he at the house
on him be a good humble kid. But bro, you have to know when and where to do that. You can't come in like your dad. You're not your dad.
But see, it's also a thing. He might have been told, hey, one, they told him you're a first round talent.
Yeah.
And then two, they might have been told, look, you need to go in there and show them that you are the boss in this situation. When really, realize the situation.
Also, I think people can make up in their mind about how they feel about you, because it's just like when Teague was talking about when he was in the league, and he was like the GM for the Hawks.
Yeah, I
was
remember
like, I don't like when you weighing your pants down around your ass and your hat on
listen.
backwards. And it's like simple stuff, and it's stuff that like is who I am, but you like it's the playing the game part, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, do I play the game and just become a whole different person, or do I stay who I am? Like people talk like it's.
I think so. He told him because they were trying to get rid of
Yeah,
him.
he was like,
he said, "Nah,
like you the worst
I'm
GM.
telling you,
you the worst
he
GM.
Said, and them motherfuckers re-signed me.
Yep.
Right.
And like had a conversation. I was like,
and a lot of times it'd be like, I'm gonna
That's it.
teach you a lesson type shit. I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna still sit you on my bench. You're not gonna play. And it's like who did you like? Why would you want to hurt a person from going and being who? But you know the talent. He knew the talent was there.
Right.
Because if I let him go, he gonna come back and bust Atlanta ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which he did every time when he left. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of the shit became like, oh, he don't look the part. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I think all of that played a part.
That shit sucks because like nothing from what I saw besides him flaunting his watch, nothing about Shedeur is I'm cocky, I'm not a good teammate, I'm ruining the locker room. Nothing about him does that.
So.
Right.
I honestly feel like this shit was against his pop.
It was bad management, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like it was that.
But that's what caused it.
We hated him.
Yeah.
He nutted you out, and we hate you too.
Right.
Yeah.
We couldn't do nothing about it. But he instilled in him his same process. When you got to realize, no, that ain't
a different person. Because look, he ain't instilled that in Shiloh.
Exactly. Man, Shiloh just did an interview. He was like, "I've already taken over. I'm gonna get the snacks for the DBs or something like that."
Man, but you know what?
But like bro, that's what's up.
Man, but you know what? The thing about Shiloh was his role was different too. Shiloh went to South Carolina.
Yep.
Played there. Didn't play there. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Came back to Jackson. So it was a different experience for him.
Yeah.
Like Shedeur has only played for Deion.
Has only been the guy.
He's only been the guy. And it's not like you can talk it like I can instill in my son all this stuff. But if I still go out there and he's actually working, it ain't like he's just sitting at the house playing a video game and then just go out there like, I got this.
He's able to make these plays for a reason.
He's making the plays, and it's not like he's just making the plays off. Of course, as a quarterback, part of his instinct, but then it's also what the practice that prevents a piss poor performance.
He got a
you know what I'm saying?
Trophy winner.
I was gonna say,
how the fuck do you think he got the Heisman?
So no. What I was gonna say is he did have somebody. You just throw that bitch around him, and he gonna come down to that bitch.
Yeah.
So you probably got 800 yards right there. That's just like,
now,
hey.
I mean, you had a bailout guy, but if you look at it also when you go back and really watch, he was
before that.
So
but he was.
What are we talking about?
But there were also
what are we talking about?
Like he put that motherfucker where only his receiver get that bitch. Like like
I'm sorry.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's a lot of times when you saw him throw a ball, he put that motherfucker down and away just so his receiver could get it, and he was throwing that bitch to who? A damn
Shedeur is nice, man.
Yeah, and again, like y'all, to reiterate on what y'all said, I really hope he does well. I think he's gonna do well.
Next year gonna be rough.
What you mean?
It's a better quarterback draft class. It's gonna be rough.
Better earn this spot this year.
Can't wait to see they shit on next year.
I don't know if they'll do anybody like this
next year. Who's coming out next year?
It's a few SEC.
The sorry ass quarterback from LSU.
He's not sorry.
He's not sorry.
Nussmeier?
Yeah, he's not sorry.
He's not great.
He's definitely not great. I think he's gonna ride on his daddy name though.
He's a middle of the road guy.
I think he'll ride on his daddy.
He's gonna get drafted.
He's gonna have a big year this year.
He's like 6'7".
He's grown as fuck, and
he's huge.
Yeah.
I remember when Burrow was at LSU.
Yeah, he was like
everybody was like, man, Burrow, a hell of a quarterback. I was like, all this nigga got his football. He was a grad student who was taking online classes. Him and the offensive coordinator was best fucking friends.
No, that's a fact.
That was literally all this nigga had to do was he had but that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying he has the two best receivers in the NFL
and
now.
The running backs
Nigga had 5 people
bruh. And people was like,
I'm just
Joe
saying.
Burrow.
5 people.
I'm like, bruh, this
in the
man,
first round,
this man is an
the
adult.
NFL.
I was like, this nigga's an adult.
No, he was.
And he was like,
but
I'm taking 2 grad classes
online.
online.
There are a bunch of adults that play now
Marshall,
that
Moss,
aren't.
Edwards Hilaire.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, like the boy that went to Florida State last year, probably 24, 25 years old.
Oh, that nigga trash.
Exactly. But I'm saying, so there is a potential for somebody to be a grad student and be trash.
Yeah, no.
So he still had the composure and the ability.
It wasn't so much about DJ Alongale was trash far before getting to Florida State. I hated that shit.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, they done
Man,
for.
I saw the kid, the one kid that broke his leg, the quarterback from Florida State. He just retired.
Jordan Travis.
Yeah. I saw he went ahead and retired. Yeah, that shit was terrible, bro.
Yeah, probably on his part. Fucking Blank Man from South Carolina. That nigga's an animal. I think he only gonna be a sophomore.
He got the bandana.
The glasses. The nigga with glasses.
Quarterback?
Yes.
I saw him one game last year.
That nigga's no fucking joke.
Hey, y'all better watch out for that quarterback from Florida though.
The young kid.
Yeah.
That nigga like 19 or junior or some shit. Yeah.
No, the kid I'm talking about was a freshman last year. They brought him in at the end.
End of the
number 2.
Kind of big.
Big dude.
Yeah. So they got another one. Was he at? I think he's at Florida.
And we got a running back. Yeah, y'all better watch out. All right, man. Y'all ready to go home?
Yeah, man. Hey, we jumped into it.
Ain't got shit.
Yeah, we'll always have something. Trust me, we'll always have something.
Shout out
hey, we jumped into it without you know what I'm saying, our usual. But go by www.droppingdimes.com, dimes with a Y.
With a Y.
Grab a shirt. Got them on.
Hey.
Yeah. You ain't got on no. So we got them in a Dropping Dimes shirt. There's the vintage Dropping Dimes, you know what I'm saying? Get into it, man. We got the hats on there, we got the shirts on there.
The hat fresh as fuck.
We got a few other things that's gonna be on there, man. I got some y'all gonna see,
I
boy.
want to see that.
I got some y'all gonna see.
You made something?
Yeah, bro, that was cold. That shit cold.
Hey, what's funny is we thought about it when we was at the podcast.
Yeah,
he would have made it the next day.
Yeah, you gonna see that shit cold, brother. But if you're watching us right now, you already know we're on YouTube. Subscribe. While you at it, share, comment, hit that thumbs up, man, and hit that bell. Fuck with us. For lack of a better term, fuck with us. Go to your mama phone, subscribe from there. Go to your grandmama iPad or her tablet, subscribe from there too. It's not a lie. It's just showing love. Subscribe.
They just need help. That's all.
That's all. We are also on Spotify podcast, and we are also on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, sir.
We may not be up to date, so but
we on YouTube.
Yeah, but we're on YouTube
every Friday,
and
except that one time
Saturday. It was a Saturday. But yeah, man, check us out. We all over the place. We are also all over social media. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook in case you want to send us to your auntie, because that's the family land. We also are on the TikTok. So we're all over the place, man. Come show some love. Come get some of these dimes that we dropping. Whether we have a guest or not, we still gonna give you.
And follow us on Instagram, man. Shit.
Yeah, follow our motherfucking ass.
Hey, sometimes the dime is just to be able to find a space to talk, man.
Yeah, man. And trust me, like, thanks for giving us a little bit of your time, a little bit of your space.
And if you are a dime, subscribe to Dropping Dimes.
Everybody think they're a dime.
Exactly. Thanks for giving us a little bit of your time,
marketing
and a little bit of your space, just to come through, man, and do what we do, and that's just talk. Of course, today you might have seen us just motherfucking talking.
Yeah.
Even when you saw us last week, we was just talking.
Poor planning.
We were just talking. But we definitely gonna come through and do what we do, man. And that's just talk.
Make sure you tell your friend to tell your friend about your friend, so
we can all be friends.
And we can do this every weekend.
Is that all right? Is that all right with you?
I made that up.
Because he's a rapper. He's a whole rapper. That died in the 90s. But man, we really do appreciate you coming through, man. hopefully you got something from us, man. Hopefully we dropped a dime that you can put into your bank of life and cash that dime in when you need to. Because life gonna give you some shit, and hopefully we gave you some shit that can fight that shit.
Shit blockers.
Yeah, man. Some toilet paper for that shit.
Clean that shit up. Hey.
So
I love it, man.
Hearts and minds are clear.
I'm good, baby.
You want to
I
add?
got shoulders in the morning. Shit, I don't want to.
You got shoulders?
Hell yeah, that shit's stupid.
I'm gonna do something tomorrow.
I'm gonna do some push-ups.
That works too, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all just want me to get, more fit than y'all. That's okay.
Got ways to go, so we all right.
I'm gonna let you have that one because we know. But if,
we know.
But if all hearts and minds are clear,
we know.
If all hearts and minds are clear.
Oh yeah, my shit been clear.
We love you, man. See y'all next time, man.
All love, baby.
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't cry. I'm just spitting.